Thank you to Swig for sponsoring this video. Swig on it till you coconut cream.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? How you doing? Come on and sit down because today we're talking about Mormons. More importantly, Secret Lives of Mormon Wives, Season 2. Oh, it all just went on Hulu like a week ago, and it's the #1 watch show on Hulu right now, so you know me. I love talking to you about shows that are terrible, and this one is no different, my friends. For people that don't know, we talked about the first season last year by this time? September of last year. Wow, and we're back already. Here we are. The first season's pretty much propped up on a bunch of women on TikTok, a part of a group called Mom Talk, where it came out that one of them, their leader, Taylor, they were swinging, but then you find out this season that they weren't. I mean, like, they were basically kissing and they were just like fucking each other. You were soft swapping. Parallel play. That's what it was, because you were fucking your own partner.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they weren't swapping.
Yeah, you're not swapping. It's a watered down version of swinging. It doesn't matter. It's a bunch of dumb bitches that get together and they dance and they call it women empowerment. It's awesome. But before we get into it, we need to go through the list of characters again. We have Jesse, Macy, Michaela, Taylor, Whitney, Demi, Jen, Miranda, and we have Layla. And real quick, we have this new board back here. I also want to say this is all sponsored by Swig. Thank you so much to Swig for sponsoring this, which is if you're a full-fledged mental degenerate who likes to put cream inside a soda, go here and wait in line with all the other Mormon trash that goes there. Awesome. Yum. And then, so what we're going to do here is, based on all the women, because Mom Talk is all about female empowerment, I'm going to rank them up on the board now because I love empowering women that way. And I'm just going to kind of place them from where I remember they were last season. And then as we talk about this new season, we'll kind of just rate them as well. And back here, this is the proudly sponsored by Swig board. Basically, it's people burning in hell at the bottom here. And that also moves all its way through hell, up through Swig Canyon, all the way up to Jesus Christ himself. AI Jesus up there. Is that AI?
No.
He looks like Cambodian or something.
That's what Jesus looked like.
There it is. That's what Jesus looked like. So first person up is Layla. Does she even say a word? She gets divorced in the first season, so therefore she should already be in hell for that. I mean, honestly, Layla, forgettable turd. I'm gonna go ahead and say 8. Who's my least favorite from last season? Probably Whitney, right? I probably put Whitney at the bottom because she's a dog. She's a dog of a woman who dances next to her sick children. It's awesome. Yoink! Welcome to hell, bitch. Oh my God. Wait, I forgot we have a new one up here, huh?
Miranda.
Miranda, the prettiest of all the girls, dare I say. That's empowering. That's worth a TikTok dance right there, that Miranda is by far the hottest. Jen Affleck, she goes to Chippendales and her husband abuses her in the first season. That's pretty funny. Now, do I put points off of her for that, or does that give her points?
Give her points. She's a sweetheart.
We'll say middle of the road.
She's middle?
I'll say middle of the road. What? She was kind of just forgettable. She was there. She wasn't there. Later in the season, she's just like, my husband Zach, he has to go to medical school, and he got mad that I went to Chippendales and got the men rubbed up on me. So whatever. Demi. Oh yeah, Demi. Oh, they're all just so fucking forgettable. I'm gonna put Demi at 7. Oh, Taylor, she's the biggest whore of them all. You know what? She's one of the OGs. You gotta put her at number 2. Michaela, she has a disgusting skin condition. She has butterfly skin, and she looks tired all the time. She should smile more and make her a lot more pretty. Something about her. Macy, I liked Macy. I liked Macy a lot. 3. Jess is 32 years old, but she looks like she's 56. Therefore, she's at a 4. So this is our ranking. This is a blind ranking right off the cuff. As we talk about the series, though, this all may change. All right, we will address the board as it comes. But as it is, Miranda, the new flower, she's the most beautiful little princess of them all.
She's so beautiful. And I can't even see her on camera.
Okay. Well, I use this platform to boost women because you know me historically. Listen, I love women. And I'm a huge advocate for feminism. And that's what Mom talks about, is about feminism. It's not about outcasting unattractive women and putting them on a pedestal and broadcasting your life to desperate women in a religion to profit for yourself. It's not about that, right? It's about motherhood and sisterhood. All the other single moms out there and all the regular moms who didn't have good genetics and all that stuff and rich families and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's about sisterhood. It's definitely about sisterhood. Because every woman, if you don't look like that, you have a problem. Mom talk. Also, real quick, swig break.
Swig break.
Everyone take a swig of your swig.
It's like goop.
Okay.
Good goop.
Pretty much when we started this, I made Harry, Nick, and Jacob all watch the season 2 in one day, and it was awesome. We were all talking, laughing, dancing, and I think that we all got a little more effeminate, right? Not from the women, but from all the extremely gay husbands. All of them are gay. Every single one of them. If you think they're not butt fucking, you're wrong. So let's talk about it. But first, swig break. God, it's just like...
It's refreshing, really.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, all the episodes are based off of books. So in season 2, the first episode is called The Book of Revelations.
Yay. Christian themes. Big break. God damn. Look at all these Mormon white.
This is just for pop?
Yeah. This better be some like life-changing Dr. Pepper for this bullshit. This isn't fucking embarrassing. I feel embarrassed being in this line.
They look identical.
They look fucking disgusting. 3 big things happen this episode. The first being the introduction of the newest member, Miranda. She's easily the hottest woman to exist on the show. Man.
But her voice.
What a smoke show. Yeah, but she does sound kind of like a, she kind of does sound like a bro.
I've always wanted to resolve it with just Taylor because it's like.
Just because of how effeminate all the guys sound.
This place looks nice.
Isn't it cute?
Yeah.
And so the girls will be like, oh my God, Miranda's coming. She looks hot. And then you have Dakota and the other guys being like, oh my God, what is she? That's so weird that she's here. We should go river fishing today. We should get some big fish from the river today. We're meddling men. I want to But the episode starts out with the girls coming in one at a time because they're just like, remember us? We're dainty little princesses. And they come in and they're going to a cowboy pillow event for Halloween. It's basically in someone's front yard where they're just like, yeah, we're throwing this event and we have a mechanical bull, swig break. And in case if you're wondering, yes, Mormons do celebrate Halloween, even though a lot of people think it's satanic. So that's kind of, you got to watch out, girlies. But the girls talk about the Mormon church not approving of mom talk and how they will fight anyone that talks shit on mom talk, aka a 14-year-old boy could come up and punch her directly in the face and they would be able to do nothing about it. Sorry, don't put that in. Just saying. A 12-year-old Puerto Rican child could just like bust her fucking teeth out of her mouth. You better not talk shit on mom talk. Boom! Whitney shows up. She's fat as shit. Well, she's pregnant, but... And if you remember from the last season, Whitney is no longer a part of Mom Talk. Oh my God. So people are like, what's she doing here? And it's that kind of thing. This goes on for about 20 minutes. That's the bulk of the episode. But she says everyone has sticks up their butts and the fame has gotten to their heads, which obviously she's put in for like immediate drama. Like she's, you know, she's like, why are people being so weird to me? I'm just a, come on. I just want to empower women, the sisterhood. But this is when Miranda shows up, who looks like an exact clone of everyone else, except she has the deepest voice out of everyone.
I'm like, Taylor, girl, we've got to get you out of 2022. Yeah.
And somehow, it's pretty hot. She's one of the original Mom Talk members before leaving the group over the soft swinging scandal where everybody was sucking and fucking at all the guys. I'm pretty sure it was literally the Mormon girls are like, I don't know, should we kiss? It's so weird. And then their husbands were just in the other room like, boom, 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 boom. Jisms everywhere. And he's just like, ah. He's like, we're men. I can't believe this is so weird. Girls, stay out. Get out of here. We're going to go in this man cave and we're going to play billiards. But she explains that she was originally Taylor's best friend and that the two of them, along with their hubbies, would soft swing together. It happened. Okay, sorry, fellas. She is now trying to ride the coattails of the show's success and trying to get in on that sweet moolah from the group, dude. Which, can you fucking blame her? She's like, by the way, all these dog of women here dressed up in fucking makeup, I look the best of all of them. Why am I not getting paid? Why am I not getting paid? The girls start grilling her about swinging scandal, but she swears that it was just kissing and touching. No sex, except for the guys. Yeah. Miranda will go to her grave denying that they ever had sex. We never had sex with each other. Come on. We kissed. And the guys might have mushroom stamped something. But that's all we did. And she apparently has never touched a wiener, even with her mouth.
You've never touched a wiener?
Never touched a wiener, not one time.
A wiener.
Even with your mouth?
Yeah.
Swig break.
Swig!
Oh my god, this is like if a dog sweat into a jar, that's what this would take like.
I like it.
Also, I just want to say, I won't say exactly where we went,
Put GPS locations.
but all the fucking little Mormon girls that worked up at the swig I went to, bunch of goddamn catty bitches. The internet was down, and they basically had to come out as if like someone died at their work because all the other Mormons in line were like, what is this? Guys are taking off their glasses. Wait, what? What happened? I can't get my Dr. Pepper and coconut cream, but I pre-ordered it on the app. I mean, you would think that hell froze. I mean, like it was the end of days for these Mormons.
Also the line.
The line, it was unbelievable. It's Dr. Pepper and coconut cream. Think of a soda and then add coconut cream. That's swig. Thanks for sponsoring us. Oh, I can't put that one in.
Picture this. You're home alone when suddenly the worst happens. You have no one to run to, no one to yell to. You're all alone. This could have been easily avoided with the Meat Canyon Patreon, where you get behind-the-scenes perks, monthly stickers, and support one of YouTube's most beloved channels.
Should have signed up to the Patreon.
Please, for your own safety, consider signing up to the Meat Canyon Patreon.
But she apparently has never touched a wiener, even with her mouth, which is contradicting what Taylor has told them. And ooh, the girls seem skeptical on who to believe. I don't know who to believe. I like how every time too, it's always like, we really have to figure out what's going on. Like who are we supposed to trust?
This is mom talk.
This is mom talk. It's a sisterhood. Durr. But Jesse and Demai won't let the swinging scandal go. I mean, it's so fucking dumb. They just have to get to the bottom of it and see who's lying. But it's just, who cares? Who cares? It's been years.
Wow, months.
No, it's been years.
You're right. You're right.
Since the swinging thing, it's been fucking years. Because if you don't remember, in season 1, it starts off and Taylor's like, yeah, I pretty much got fisted by everybody except Dakota. He was in the other room doing something with a guy, I think. Then Dakota like punches her in the forehead. There's like, they get arrested, and then the production starts up a year after that. So the first season, it's like, hey, let's start filming. Okay, just kidding. They're in jail. Or something like
They
that.
like threw chairs and like hit the baby.
Well, yeah.
Oh, she hit the baby?
Well, yeah,
That's what people
Taylor
say.
has fucking 15 babies, and you only see one, and its name is Ever True. And it looks like a bloated Cabbage Patch doll. Like, if they found a dead baby in a river that was bloated, that's what it looks like. It's like, you're so cute. It's like,
Don't talk to Ever like that.
hey, don't talk to Ever True like that. This is my son, Pitch Black. His eyes are red.
Well, the funny thing is they don't ever say Ever True. It's like, that's not right forever.
That's not right forever. But while this is going on, the second big revelation is going on during this episode. Outside of the pumpkin patch, it cuts to Jen, who informs us that she separated from Zach as she moved back to Utah to be in mom talk. So the man who was like chaining her to a radiator and beating her to death with like a fucking Hooters wiffle ball bat. She's just like, yeah, so I got out of there. I got out of there because I chose mom talk and sisterhood over that weirdo. But because last season, once again, Jim moved out of state so Zach could go to med school. He's just like, I think you're going to like New York because this whole mom talk thing is just weird. AKA, he just wanted to go to like a gay village in New York. That's just, I got to get out of here. This place is toxic. But wouldn't you know, the doorbell rings and guess who's there? Tiny face fucking Zach shows up with flowers and a suitcase, ready to move back in because he's like, hey, so actually med school was kind of hard. So if anything, do you mind if I just do some TikTok dances with you and get paid by Poppy, the soda company? And Zach tells Jen that he's leaving medical school and wants to support Jen and mom talk. Which is funny because last season, Zach said to her face he doesn't care about her, and her stupid mom talk friends might be the highlight of the season. It's hilarious. She's like, so what about mom talk? He's like, what the fuck about it? I'm leaving you. She's like, oh my God, what? He's like, yes, that's her. Deal with it. I'm gonna go check tonsils and I'm gonna help people with their sicknesses.
Prostate exams.
I'm gonna give people, hey, bend over and cough. Yeah, get my big fucking glove on. He comes back and he's like, actually, the tests were too long. I was bored.
He missed the boys.
Yeah, exactly. He's like, where's Dakota? Where's Conrad? I want to go fly fishing. I'm going to sit at home and watch that Brad Pitt movie, Meet Joe Black. It's a real movie. It's a good one. But Jen ends up taking Zach back as long as he puts her feelings first and supports her in other girl stuff like that. I don't know, other chick stuff, broad stuff. She was on her period, probably. And in order to help rekindle the relationship, Zach and Jen go to ketamine treatment, which apparently Special K is a gray area. When it comes to the Mormon church, you can't drink coffee, but by God, you can fucking inject some ketamine because Jesus doesn't care about that. Zach's like, yeah, I feel kind of funky about this. This is kind of weird. And Jen's like, yeah, I feel like Jesus probably would do K. And lastly, the third big highlight of the episode is Taylor meeting with Jenna to confirm that the cheating allegations between her and Dakota were real. Which we come to find out that Dakota was making out and fingering Jenna before heading to Taylor's house to basically bang her. Dakota would be like, yeah, I guess I will. Finger Jenna, and he's just like, okay. And then Taylor would be like, you gotta come over here and clean these pipes. He's like, oh, geez, okay. And he would go over and have sex with her. So he was doing a little two-step Susan. Yeah. You know, which Taylor ugly cries on the couch after figuring this all out. I think that she cries every episode, and they do that thing that girls do where they do this.
You got to make sure you don't mess up your makeup.
I can't mess up my makeup. And then what's so funny though, after every time is like they always cover their face because they're definitely not crying.
Oh, strong. I know.
So they cover their face and they're like, and their face is so dry. There's times when they cry and then they're like, somebody will say something and then like they'll switch their emotion immediately. They're like, wait, what? What'd you say to me, cupcake?
Okay, so this was filmed a month.
Swig break.
This was filmed a month after the first season aired.
Ooh.
Do you think they just recreated like them meeting up and showing? Because I have a feeling they already talked like months before.
Yeah, dude. All this shit is so scripted and fabricated. It's so fucking dumb. It really is. And also, all these storylines are made by producers in the show who are like probably talking to Zach, hey, fucking dumbass, I'm failing out of school. You guys need me back for anything? They're like, yeah, come back and beg for your wife back. No. We'll pay you. Okay, I'll be there. But Taylor goes to visit her mom, Leanne, and they kind of look like twins. It's like, if you don't remember Leanne from the first season, she was like a little fat dwarf. And in this one, she basically has all of her skin pulled back, and it looks like if there was like a mutated chromosome missing version of Taylor, that's what she looks like. She's like, I can't really get over Claire. Her face is all stretched out. I can't really get over Claire. You're like, you're 65 and you look like a monster. She looks like a fucking ghoul. And you can like tell Leanne's trying really hard, you know, to like look young and all that stuff. But even Taylor's just like, yeah, she looks like a freak. Her doctor fucked it up. It's horrible. And even though Dakota cheated on Taylor, her mom says they should stay together. And it cuts to Dakota moving out and admitting that he was lying to protect himself. Yeah.
I did lie. I was always doing it selfishly to protect myself.
That's what I did. Which is funny that every season so far is Dakota in his like white Tacoma.
Oh yeah.
Just with boxes. And he's just like, well, I guess I have to get out of here. Guess it's my time to get out of Dodge. Then the episode ends with Miranda throwing a happy hour, which all the girls are invited to. Miranda made a mom talk cheese spread, which smells of desperation, and all the girls are being real big catty bitches about it.
The smell of desperation. Oh, Lord.
And the girls basically just begin trauma dumping on each other and grilling into Miranda. That's episode 1. How do I feel so far? I think I'm still actually totally fine with this list.
It really hasn't changed much.
Nothing's really changed. Whitney, for some reason, makes the beautiful glow of a pregnancy look disgusting. I don't know if that's rude to say.
No.
All I know is this. It's a nice swig break. Swig break!
Swig break.
We have to, sorry for the ad read, we have to read it this. Do we have the copy? Oh, yep, here it is. Drink swig if you are a hopeless fucking Mongol who loves to cavities, cheese spread, and TikToks. Is this the right read?
They have an updated one.
Oh, okay. So we'll do it later then, because this one says swig openly endorses the burning of LGBT. That can't be. They want us to say. What is that? Go to hashtag to get a discount on. That can't be right.
We just want that bag.
Yeah, can a man get his bag or not? Moving on to episode 2, the Book of Accountability. This is the Halloween party episode, which, side note, the first season aired in September, so these Hulu bastards were quick to start filming the second season based on how successful it was, which I think you find that a lot. Like, I think even for Rock of Love, they filmed season 2 like 2 months after the first season. So I think that's just maybe reality television bullshit. But, goddamn, that swig's fighting back.
That's getting me pretty gassy.
Yeah, I know. I can tell. Seriously, your diarrhea was unbelievable, bro.
He was
I thought he had swamp.
I was over here, and he's like,
I was sitting on the couch and I was like, we kept walking by and I looked at his ass was dripping like he had diaper butt, and I was like, I thought he had swamp ass or something. I was like, what's happening? He's like, oh, you can smell that.
In Nick's defense, that is a daily occurrence for him up here.
in my defense. In my defense.
Yeah, in your defense.
Thanks, Jacob.
But the girls start off saying that they don't trust Miranda and that she just wants to be back because it's successful. No shit. Like, what the fuck do you mean? Yeah. She just wants to be back in the sisterhood because,
She just wants to be back in the sisterhood because of how popular we are. We get to drink Poppy and swig.
it's like, no, duh. Is that really that egregious to be a part of a hashtag on TikTok?
She's a clout chaser.
Good, admit it. Like, if somebody was like, yes, I would like to join in. I was a part of the original crew. I'd like to come back. To me, I'd be like, okay. Taylor and Miranda start talking about the swinging and how Taylor led Miranda's ex-husband on by saying that she had a sex dream about him. Scandalous. After some of the girls pick out cowboy boots for whatever reason, it cuts to some of the boys in the doghouse fly fishing and trauma dumping, which it's like the funniest way I've ever seen gay guys try to be straight. They're just like, yeah, I'm just out here fishing. And then like basically Dakota gets his line all caught up and he's like, I can't, for some reason, I just can't get my line all weird. It's odd.
You know I can't multitask, dude.
Like, yeah, all the girls are being kind of weird right now. You know what, though? I'm glad that we get this guy time. They went to the back of like a 2025 Ford Bronco and just like, I mean, destroyed each other.
Oh, yeah.
We played a game called Shoots and Ladders. Where you rub your Dakota keeps getting his line tangled up and can't catch a goddamn thing, and Zach decides to meet with Jesse and Demain and try to apologize, which is really funny because he's just like, yeah, so I just think it's kind of weird that, you know, I just want to make sure we're on the same foot. And they're just like, yeah, you kind of goofed up, huh? He's like, yeah, I'm so sorry about that.
I don't feel like that's who I am, and that's like not who I want to be.
Please don't take my paycheck away. I would really appreciate to still get paid and have sex with my super hot wife. But apparently Zach's wife Jen was just making shit up about him, like being related to Ben Affleck and gambling his med school money away, which once again, it's just, who cares? Like, who gives a shit? If you told me you're like, I'm related to Ben Affleck, like, why would I care if it's real or not?
Well, because if it was a lie, you wouldn't trust me. You say Nate's a snake.
No, I wouldn't. Because I'd be like, that doesn't matter. If you were like, hey, Hunter, I need to use your car to do this, and then I found out that you were doing something opposite with it, like that.
Like a road trip down to Mexico.
Or something weird, like if you're like, yeah, I go and I give half my paycheck to a cancer foundation, and then you don't actually do that.
Oh.
To me, I'm like, that's scummy, and that's fucking weird, but you just lying and being like, yeah, I'm cousins with Ben Affleck. First off, I'd be like, you're not. And then even if you were, I'm like, that has no effect on anyone but you looking like a dumbass. So who cares? Like that kind of thing. Now Jesse and Demain don't trust Jen and think that she's a lying fake bitch. Sorry, girl. But to Jen's credit, Zach is probably just trying to save his face and not look too bad. So he's just like, yeah, I don't know why she's so weird and she lies so much. And he does this kind of drink. He does this. It then cuts to Zach and Jen talking about the conversation with Jesse and Demain, and Zach basically says that they were calling Jen a liar when she would talk about Jesse and Demain to Zach, stirring up drama between Jen, Jesse, and Demain. Next, there's a barbecue at Taylor's parents' house, and they invited Dakota. They started getting into it at the dinner table, and Taylor's stepdad basically calls her a whore and blames her for sleeping with Dakota.
You guys had seen each other 3 times. He came over and had sex with you? What does that say about you?
It's awesome. He's like, you're kind of a slut, bitch. And she's like, Daddy, I can't believe you talked to me like that.
Then Dakota be like, yeah, you
Dakota
did.
Well, Dakota's like, yeah, you know what? Actually, you were real easy. You were extremely easy, girl. Easy rider. It was like a giant open sign was on. Vacancy. And I strolled in and just plopped my little stuff down and I just stayed. And it was great. And I loved it. They start ganging up on Taylor and it's really funny.
Taylor, give an inch so he could walk a mile. Just give fucking 2 inches of sacrifice and see what he can do.
And And basically everyone's saying that she needs to get over it and fix her relationship. AKA it's nice like Mormon victim blaming, like blaming the woman where they're just like, would you just shut the hell up and get back together with him? And she's like, oh my God, my family's treating me so poorly right now. I gotta vent and do some TikToks. But this is just like, it's a very classic way. It's the only time in the season where you ever get some like real Mormon thinking, which the show uses between every break or cut. They show a Mormon temple, but that's like about it for the extent of the Mormon shit they show. But this is like the one time where they're like, have you been praying? And she's like, yeah, oh yeah. And then yeah, Dakota's like, yeah, it's like the only thing that really gives me peace is praying. But it ends with Taylor crying and storming off. I had a good chortle. I chortled. We were all chortling. Jesse's going to have a Halloween party where she invites Chippendale dancers to test Zach and see if he has changed, which makes no sense. It's like being like, hey, my husband's an alcoholic, and being like, you want a shot, freak? You know, it makes no sense. Which Zach and Jen get there early so they can talk about Zach's conversation with them. He walks in wearing a 49er shirt. Loser. Basically what's going on is that the other girls are saying that Jen made shit up about Zach, or she wasn't telling the truth entirely about him. Once again, it's just one of those things where you're sitting there watching it. Who cares? Who cares? Swig break.
Well, the problem is that Jesse and Demi are gonna have their husbands dance on Jen.
Well, yeah, they're gonna have the fucking Crypt Keeper and basically like one of the background dancers in like a Justin Timberlake video grinding on top of Jen, and she's like, "This, oh yeah, this is my fantasy." And you can see the other two guys are like kind of like. What's funny is they grind on her, but they're like really like really keep their distance away from her. They're like, "Yeah, this is sexy." They like look at each other and they get all hard.
Yeah, they're looking at each other.
Well, yeah, they were like, he's like grinding, but he's looking at the guy. He's like, you like that? You like this catcher mitt asshole? Later on, back at their house, Jen like seriously confronts Zach about saying he was related to Ben Affleck, and he's like, "What the f are you talking about? I'm 4'2" and my face is smaller than like Jay Leno. Like, you know, small Jay Leno's face. He looks just like Jay Leno. He does.
Oh yeah.
He looks just like him. It's f***ing crazy. Jessie is basically the biggest piece of shit. She purposely invites people to her party, and they have problems with each other and puts them in bad situations. And she's just like, I didn't think this was gonna be a problem.
So she invites Jen, and then she invites Dakota and Taylor, and then she invites Taylor's ex-husband, Chase.
Yeah, Chase, who was part of the swingers club, and then things really start to heat up. Which, you know what? There's a lot of slutty outfits. It just doesn't make any sense. With this show, I would like it to be like, I guess more like a freak show, just making fun of Mormons, I guess, where it's just them being like, this is my really slutty outfit. And the guy comes out and he's just like, he has like a flannel shirt on. Like, I'm being bad today. This is like weird. And the girls are like, yeah, I better show some skin. They have like an Amish dress. But no, they're just like, the Mormon value thing makes no sense, which is just the hypocritical like nature of the entire show. But still, it is what it is. Still, the board here stays the same for me. I still feel happy with this board.
Is the board gonna change?
The board may change. I don't know. The problem is in these shows is nothing happens except for episode 3. That's when things start heating up. The Book of Retribution.
Big break.
Can I get a dirty Dr. Pepper, please?
I wish I had done things different.
Hello, how are you guys doing today?
Yeah, not bad. The fact that this is a thing makes me just so fucking sad. Just legitimately bum myself out coming here. I'm in line at a place called Swig. That's the reason why people are fucking Mormons and stuff like that too. You have to fucking believe that there's something better than this after this fucking hellscape you're in. You get to go home, you're like, you drink this, and then you go home and you just sit in a dark room and fucking contemplate putting a gun in your mouth while your fucking ugly, stupid kids are like, can you make me a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, Mom? Thanks.
Have a good one.
See ya. Why did I tip?
You did.
Why did I tip that?
Jessie says she regrets inviting this many people, and she didn't expect there to be this many arguments. What are you even talking about, you dumbass? Chase and Demi's husband, Brett, get into a fight because she said Chase touched her, which I just want to say, he says like, where's Brett or something?
Yeah, she says, where's your husband?
He says, where's your husband? And pokes her arm.
Where's your husband?
He's upstairs. Don't touch me again.
Not in like a annoying way, but just a little like, where's your husband? And she's like, don't touch me, Brett. And then Brett comes downstairs and he's like, wait, what the heck? He's like, hey, buddy, did you just touch my freaking wifey? Don't touch her. And there's like a weird like alpha thing. The crazy thing is like, it looks like something that would happen that people are belligerently drunk at a party. But you have to forget that there's nothing but cupcakes, charcuterie boards, and Dr. Pepper. Everyone's sober. There's no reason anybody should be acting like this. It gets so riled up that even the police get called. They're like, yeah, sorry, there's a guy here and he just was being weird, but he's gone now. He's like, yeah, my hubby really took care of me. That kind of thing. Which I want to say immediately.
Here it is, the board change.
Oh, Whitney's moving up.
That put Demi at the bottom for me.
Yeah, Demi's a fucking
The
bitch.
fucking push thing, are you kidding me? Actually, you know what? I'll do this too.
You gotta move Jesse, too.
I am! Fuck. I moved Jess down to 8 because she threw the fucking party. Stupid bitch. Michaela has gross skin. So I moved Layla up. She just, like, the thing about Layla that I like is that she does nothing. She just stares like this. And to me, that's funny. Michaela's skin grosses me out. Also, she's kind of just being a bit more snooty this time and giving a bit more attitude. I'm like, why don't you smile more, princess? You'd be way prettier. But the Chippendale dancers come down and it's really awkward. The Chippendale dancers being Brett and the other Twinkie gay guy, Jordan, come down and it's really awkward and they grind on Jen and Zach is obviously pissed, as kind of anybody would in this situation. And the other girls start making fun of Zach because he's so upset about it. They're like, oh my God, look, he looks so mad.
No shit.
Yeah, no, duh.
This is supposed to be exposure therapy.
Whatever. But on to Halloween night, Michaela is at her sister's house making stupid mom talk videos and talking shit about Miranda. Also, all these girls are in their mid-20s to early 30s to late 60s to late 80s. Not sure. They're all old, and it would be something where it almost feels like a show about 16-year-olds because with the attention span that they have of a TikTok audience, and just because everybody looks the exact same besides Layla. They have to put their name and age up every time. Every time it cuts to them, you will see their name and age. And it surprises me every time when someone's like, yeah, they're 32. You're like,
yeah, they look.
What? Well, also, they all look, I'm like 38 to 45. Too tan. Too tan, too much
fillers.
makeup, fillers. It's just like.
Oh, yeah, the sugar.
And the sugar swing break. Zach and Jen are talking about the Chippendales incident on Halloween, and Jen says she knew about it and didn't think they were actually going to do it. Then Jen is worried about how she's feeling and doesn't see why Zach is pissed off. She's as blind as a goddamn bat.
No!
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I shouldn't have moved old Lizard back off the off the fucking part there, but you know, I feel bad. I feel bad, so she's back. Zach walks off camera because he doesn't want things to be turned around on him again because Jen has her crazy friends. He's like, can we stop for a second? Can we just stop? After that, it cuts to Whitney giving birth to her new baby boy. The entire camera crew is invited and her husband just stares right at her vagina while the baby's coming out, which is normal, but she is like, I've never seen a birth like that.
It's okay, I have you, I have you, I have you.
Usually it's legs up. She's like holding her ankles like this. And then Connor's like, ew. Oh yeah, he doesn't like blood. And he's like, that's what it is. Yeah. Taylor and Miranda are at a park with their kids and they're trying to clear the air about the swinging scandal. So they were both swinging, but they're pissed off at each other for swinging. Does that make sense to you? It doesn't to me.
It ruined their marriages.
Well, mostly they're just like, yeah, well, you just like ran away, or you ran away when I said it. She's like, yeah, I was kind of scared, I guess. We were swinging. Yeah, we were swinging. That's seriously the conversation. You have to also know that these episodes are an hour long each. So these little instances, these blurbs, on average 8 minutes a piece. Also, all the girls either go to a park, a bakery shop, or a fucking swig soda to talk about everything. And they scream and yell and stuff, and there's even people in the background who are like, ladies, come on in. We're just quirky Mormons. After Michaela talks to her therapist, it cuts to Taylor and Macy visiting Whitney and her new baby and to talk things over. And Whitney wants to come back into mom talk, but I can't imagine why. Monday.
Do you think she was dancing with her baby dying in the...
I think that she should have like been twerking and just had the fucking baby like flail out of her pussy like this and just like hit the metal table and like fall on, you know. And then Connor's like, oh, yay, this is awesome. Look at you. And the baby's like, Dad! Dad! Yeah, they're like, you have to stop Whitney from twerking. The baby is sideways. The cord is wrapped around its throat. It's like... She's like, uh-oh, is it too late now to say sorry? Oh, and also the episode ends, Zach and Jen are having another baby. Zach really, he's like, Okay. Episode 4, The Book of Taboos. Layla and her boyfriend, I think his name's Cameron, whatever. You see him for 2 scenes in the entire series, so who cares? Are at a fair and they're talking about how he's never given her an orgasm, which all the guys at home are like,
Join the club.
what am I supposed to do? Move mountains?
Swig break.
Hey, exactly. Swig break. Yeah, a girl talks about having an orgasm. Things that are never possible for 500. Taylor, Macy, and Michaela are at a brunch spot and talk about Taylor and Dakota's relationship. Her and Dakota are supposed to go to therapy together, and who pays for all these dinners and therapies and shit? Probably the producers. I don't know. It's a lot of stuff. So Macy started this thing called Sinner Sunday, where people anonymously message her things that they've done and she posts it online.
It's fucking unreal.
It's like the Jerry Springer show or something. It's really weird. Someone tells her that they slept with DeMay's husband last year.
In Italy.
In Italy or something. Basically, someone gives her an anonymous tip that DeMay cheated on her prehistoric father time boyfriend. And then, you know, really in between every single one of these B-rolls, I'm pretty sure we said this in the first video, but they always show the B-roll is like their TikToks of dancing or like stupid skits to be like, they're relatable. Right? It makes no sense.
They kind of did that with the Gypsy Rose show.
They did it with, well, the Gypsy Rose one, it's just, my God, they're just like, who's talking about this? Please, can we put it in? Because there's nothing happening, right? But Zach goes golfing with Brett and Jordan and confronts them about the Chippendales dancing on Halloween. And they actually apologize and assume Zach was in the know, which it's really funny because Zach's like, hey guys, I know that we're having fun hitting balls around, but I really just had to talk to you because I just respect you guys and I think that you respect me too, but I thought it was really weird that I thought it was extremely strange and like spooky that you would grind up on my girl like that, even though you know we're like in a weird place. It almost read, he's just like, it feels weird that you're being intimate with my wife when we have this thing going on between us. And they're like, oh my God, Zach, listen, we would never do something to hurt you or embarrass you. All right, good, because we're all just guys and we're just palling around, we're hitting the balls, and they like have a Masters corduroy hat, and I'm really into golf.
Brett, that's where the balls come out.
But the producers were probably pissed that there wasn't any drivers being swung upside someone's head. I mean, like they have to, like they're trying to basically, the producers are like, you need to confront them. And Zach is like 4'2" and he's like, I really don't want to start something because I feel like he's gonna hit me or whatever. It just feels like it feels so much the producers are trying to fabricate some kind of drama. There has to be some kind of conflict to give this show something to latch onto, anything. It was the most average way a male argument would have ended. Hey, sorry about that. Really wish I probably should have done that. Okay, you guys ready to hit more balls? That was it. Versus all the women are just like, I can't believe that. It just drag it on forever. I hate women.
Say it loud and proud with your swig.
I hate women! Swig break. I have not taken down nearly enough of that. You see my shadow line?
I'm out.
You drank all of it?
Yep.
That fucking bathroom, dude. My septic tank is fucked. Damad decides to throw a sex party for Layla because she's never had an orgasm. Once again, it's a myth. She invites all the girls over, and you know, I ask myself a lot of times, why can't my friends throw that for me? Why can't I have a weird party where my boys come over and I get off? Take hints. Just probably don't sue me. They hire a sex coach who comes in and helps them talk about their sex lives. And Taylor says that she kisses girls, but she's super straight. Yeah, I like to kiss ladies, but I ain't no. It's pretty much what she says. Is that? I mean, they're like, yeah, we're not lesbos, right, ladies? It's pretty much that. Literally, that's what it's. I mean. Am I wrong?
You've kissed girls. I've never kissed a girl.
Yeah, but I am so straight too. I mean, I did not enjoy it, but it wasn't a turn on.
Layla volunteers to be handcuffed and likes to be she likes rough play. They're whipping her and stuff, and all the other girls are like, this is so weird. It's just so weird that there's a feather tickling me, especially with all these ladies around. I'm not a lesbian. I don't eat tacos on Tuesdays.
The way she said that, though, it seemed like they're just like, okay, we're just going to end this, because she's like, okay, I guess I kind of like it rough.
Well, yeah, she just like very indecisive. She's like, it's weird. She's like, it's weird. I've never actually even thought about what I like. And then they're like, so do you like this? Okay. That's the party. Later on, Macy invites all the girls out to dinner to celebrate her new book deal. Macy says she's confessed everything in her new book, so she wants the girls to be anonymously write down a confession and then she'll read them out. Why? Why would you do that? Also, Macy, she's like, this book's about my life. I'm like, you're 29 and you live in like an echo chamber.
I wrote like the darkest times of my life in here, and I was like, one day I'm gonna write a book. And so
yeah, so I was 8 and I got gifts and cake. Chapter 9. I was 9. I learned how to swim. What a book deal. But someone writes down that Jen is fake. Oh my God. And that's, we're at the halfway mark, ladies and gentlemen. Episode 5. Honestly, the Macy thing kind of pissed me off. If I'm being completely honest. You know what? Layla being basically just like a cardboard cutout of a human being is making me like her more and more.
Can you turn the other way so that...
No. I like that my back is to it. Unironically, I think it's funny. I gotta move.
Oh, no. No. Okay. I don't know why Taylor's getting moved that far down, but...
This is falling forward.
Yeah.
Got a real tight-knit fucking operation here, boys. I like that. I'll tell you this right now. Putting old Lizard back up to number 2 is... She's just kind of catty this season. She has a lot more personality than the first one. She's also not letting Whitney go. Like, she's kept that bitch on a leash this whole time, dude. I still gotta say, Miranda's my queen right now, even though she hasn't been doing much. Taylor's just kind of an annoying...
What?
But I still feel like I like Macy more than Taylor, if I'm being honest. Layla, I don't know what it is about it, but it's like if an alien decided to make a Mormon, that's what it comes out to be. And I don't know why, but I like that. So that's where we're at. I wonder if the bottom, Demeh, still at number 9.
Dang, you put Jen at 7?
Yeah, I put Jen at 7. I kind of like that, though. Actually, you know what? Really, I only like the top 5, if I'm being honest. Like the bottom, the 6 through 9's rough. Jen's fucking annoying because so far in the show, like Zach will just be like, I don't know, you just lie about stuff and it's weird. And she's like,
yeah, she just cries.
Everyone's being mean to me. I don't know. It's that. It's fucking annoying. Jesse's old. So there you go. And then Demeh is just fucking annoying. Demeh is like too full of herself. I don't know. That's what the things that I'm feeling is like these like upset feelings I'm having. I'm guessing that's just how people who enjoy this kind of shit are talking about it. She's so catty, like that kind of stuff. But to me, I'm like, you're just an annoying bitch.
Yeah, the meh is the worst.
Also, I just want to say, guys, seriously, so sorry for using the B word.
We're kind of using it in an empowering way, though.
I'm using it in a way that empowers women. And honestly, I think that everyone would be a lot more cool and a lot more pretty if they just smiled more about it.
Slay, queen.
Slay. Episode 5, the Book of Divisions.
Big break.
I just went by a dirty soda bar called Swig in Kansas City. It's a thing called Texas Tab is what the soda's called, and it's Dr. Pepper, and then they just fucking queef coconut cream on it, and then she has the audacity to ask, there's a couple questions, there's a couple questions on the checkout to tip. It's Dr. Pepper with coconut cream, and it was a fucking mile long. $7 for a small Texas Tab. What is this?
Oh, he looks so cute drinking them.
We continue with the cliffhangers every episode that ends with the bass drop.
Wait, what?
Not every episode, every like break.
Every break, every cut. Anyways, we continue with the cliffhanger, and Jen cries to Whitney and Miranda, maybe I'm fake.
maybe I am fake.
No, Jen, you're not.
It's like a robot gaining a consciousness. You know what I mean? It's like, I have finally seen the light. Maybe I do live in an echo chamber and I'm the same as everybody else. Whitney is having a baby shower and inviting mom talk because she needs friends. She also wants people to be in the party, and everyone's like, cool, I'm not coming, you fat bitch. Whitney sends everyone a message, but no one besides Miranda messages her back. It's actually pretty funny. Miranda's like, sounds great. And then no one else messages.
They were together.
Well, yeah, exactly. They're together doing it. She's like, here, I sent it. She's like, yeah, thanks. I hope the other girls do it. Taylor tells her ghoulish mother and her sister that her and Dakota are done, but they're still sleeping together. She's pretty much just like, yeah, you know, I need space, but he still comes and just fills me up every day. And they're like, do you think that's a good idea? She's like, yeah, probably not. And she does it the entire rest of the season. Jin's awakening made me like her more. Jin being able to open up her eyes, I was like, there you go. Also, they keep cutting to like a fucking one-eyed dog, like this mutilated dead dog, and I'm like, why do you keep showing B-roll of this? Like, I don't understand unless the producers are like, Taylor's blind. She's blind to her surroundings.
Oh my God.
Huh?
That's really good.
I was thinking about that.
Nice editing choice.
But Jesse and Dama meet up for Pilates and gossip about Whitney's baby shower. They talk about how they're going to do a hibachi grill date instead. They really had to reel in the racism for that too. Like sitting there, you almost like saw her like put her hands up like that and start to move her eyes. She's like, you know, the one of those girls that, and then that cuts.
I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, I mean, I'm joking, but yeah, I didn't see her do that.
That's how believable it is.
Instead of working out, they just sit there and talk shit on Jen and call her a liar, which there's like a trainer in the background, and they're probably like, okay, I mean, you paid for like the hour and a half, 2 hours, so do whatever you want. But they're like literally on a Pilates machine. They're just like, we should just get that like weird samurai food. That's pretty much what they're saying. They're like, yeah, we should watch Rush Hour tonight also. But the censored version or the director's commentary. And you're like, you guys know how to have fun. Zach and Jen argue over mom talk again, and Zach sips his soda and eats goldfish when he tells Jen that mom talk is horrible and all they do is talk shit on each other. He's like, that's crazy. This is so weird, which is funny because it really, every time someone's like, mom talk's bad, you guys just talk shit on everybody. I'm like, that's every female friend group ever. Seriously, name one friend group where someone has something nice to say behind the scenes. To their face, they're like, oh my God, it looks so good. This is so funny. And then behind the scenes, it's just horrible.
My girlfriend group never talks shit.
You're not allowed around women. Not since the court case, remember? Jesse and Jen meet up at Sweet Treats to hash things out. It's just nothing but fucking bakeries and places where they're like, no coffee, just chocolate milk and cupcakes, thanks. I have to stay razor sharp. Jesse calls out Jen for being a liar and they start to get into a cat fight. While they're fighting, a waitress comes around and gives them not even their fraps, they gives them basically just sugar milk. And they're like, oh my God, thank you, thanks. It's just like basically milk with chocolate and steamed cream. The conversation ends with Jen saying, we're not going to swing with you. The conversation ends, but it's also just like, what the f are you talking about, Jen? You smooth brain like Neanderthal. It's like, well, that was years ago. Which just seems, it's such a like a weird callback. And also, we're not going to swing with you. And she like quickly turns around and leaves.
If you're asking to swing with us, it's a no. And I'm done with this conversation. We don't want to have this conversation.
Guess what, dude? Way to go, you stupid bitch. You're it was unbelievable.
I see hypocrisy.
She is folding in herself like a goddamn neutron star. Like anytime she's like, I can't handle this. I'm like, talk about someone who has never had any adversity in their life. That is the epitome of what this board is. People who have never had to have any real struggle at all, ever. But my boyfriend died. Who cares? And guess what, guys? Mom talk is caving in on itself. The hashtag may run dry. Whitney, Macy, and Michaela meet up at Sunshine Buns, another bakery with cookies. Michaela makes a safety word and calls Macy, who is outside. Basically, they go there and Michaela's like, I'll stay in the car, put your phone on speaker, and then we'll say sisterhood as the safe word in case she needs to come in and I guess shoot the barista in the face. I don't really know why couldn't she just be there from the start? I'm not sure. Who cares? But she accidentally mutes Michaela like it's just so dumb. Which also is just a producer note, muted so she can't hear or act like you can't hear.
And they cut to her in the car and she's like,
well, she's like, that's weird. That's weird. I'm surprised she hasn't messaged me yet. Michaela tells Whitney that she's not her friend and will continue to make videos about her, which once again, kind of a power move. It's the one time in the show someone's like directly to someone's face, I don't like you.
You're so delusional and you think that everyone's always coming for you. If I want to make videos about you, I can do that because you're not my friend.
At least it's honest. She's like, I mean, if we're in person, I'm not going to be a dick, but I have no reason to be your friend. Pretty good.
Slay. Oh, I was not expecting this. The ghoul.
I have got to tell you, Lizardback is like, she's the best part of the season so far. She's the only person, first off, in a female friend group about women empowerment, she is the only person that's actually standing up for herself and also like what it means to be like a better like female friend and all that stuff. The only person in the whole season is Lizardback. That's it. You got fucking Rango up there teaching everybody how it's done.
I just wish she smiled more.
Listen, and if she smiled more, she'd be out of this castle freak situation. Zero. Telling you. But the poor person in the background that's listening to Whitney and Michaela argue is so funny. It's like a person with like AirPods on and they're just like,
They have like a Where's Waldo shirt on.
Yeah, it's like, it really is like a weird Where's Waldo thing where I'm like, this whole area is like just filled with cartoon characters. That's all it feels like. Michaela says her safe word 3 times, sisterhood, but Macy doesn't hear it. So basically she just leaves Whitney at Sunshine Buns and Whitney's like, okay. She cries and she's like, oh my God, she was my best friend. It's like, you have no idea what friendship even is. You're so delusional. What's crazy about this too, that's different from other reality shows, is that yes, it's all scripted. I know it's scripted, but the actual real social implications that these women have on TikTok affects actual people versus like if you had like a reality show contestant, I don't think they have as much pull as someone who like, oh, I follow their TikTok, I like watch their updates. So it just seems, it's just cruel. It's like, just like, it's fucking malicious and disgusting. I don't know. It's emotionally manipulating people to like basically over some, I don't know. It's whatever. Whitney's, ugh, whatever. But it's basically just, I don't know what it is about it, but watching millennial women cry is just like, it's just wonderful. I mean, just the whole like, watching millennial women cry like at a bakery because someone says they don't want to be their friend is chef's kiss. Really got to give the producer credit for that one. Also,
Whitney's at the bottom.
Welcome back to hell, bitch. Taylor and Dakota talk, and Taylor tells Dakota that it's been a month since he moved out, that things haven't changed. No shit, probably because you're getting dicked down by him every chance you get. Yeah, it's kind of weird. We're not seeing any change in our relationship. He's like, yeah, it's weird. There's no change. Swig break.
Swig break.
Dakota tells Taylor that he's like, I don't want anything but you, baby. Come on. But she's not having it. And then Dakota says, our situation is the worst situation ever. It's just so gay. It's like the gayest thing you could say. This situationship is disgusting. This is so crazy. Okay, I need a regular Coke. Not even Coke Zero could handle this. Evertrue starts crying. Remember, that's their baby's name. He's basically choking on his own vomit in the background from another room, which no one really cares. They're just kind of like, I don't know, leave him to die. He's like the baby in Train Spotting. And then we cut to Whitney's baby shower. She has rabbits for some reason. She's like, yeah, come pet rabbits. Every shot has Connor in it, but he looks dead inside. He looks like he's missing somebody that he truly loves. Some guy probably in downtown Salt Lake who like runs like a leather shop or something. I don't know. Jen comes to the shower and we learn that Layla was the one who wrote the note that Jen is fake.
Dun, dun, pew.
Oh my, boo. Taylor, Macy, and Miranda show up to support Whitney. Oh, the tides are changing, fellas. But cut to the hibachi grill, basically what the other girls are doing, and the girls try to eat shrimp that is thrown into their mouth. It's so quirky and funny, it definitely doesn't maybe want to take a... They talk more shit about Jen and call her a liar. Surprise, surprise. That's crazy. Jessie talks about how she used to swing when she was way younger. You're 32. Yeah, I was way younger. I seriously believe she's like 46. And she's like, yeah, I'm 32. Don't mind me.
Well, it's funny because Jesse and Demi the entire time was like, we need to get down to the bottom of the swinging thing. Like making it a huge deal when it's like, they fucking did that.
They keep bringing it up and it's like, it's dead mean.
Yeah.
Who cares?
Move on.
It's clear they only have like 2 things.
They only have so many conflicts, so it feels like the only thing that makes them look better is bringing up this thing that no one else actually cares about in the past. It just feels so stupid. But we cut back between the hibachi dinner and the baby shower with each group of women talking shit about each other. It's draining. This is by far probably the heaviest episode to get through so far. It's just nothing but just meaningless conversations the whole time. Even the editors couldn't conjure up gold with this one, dude. Also, and Macy says this, she says, if Jen talks shit, I will dominate her.
If she comes in below the belt, I will absolutely dominate her.
Oh, that's surprising for Macy.
Lizardback is a fan favorite right now. Episode 6, The Book of Redemption. Whitney and Jen meet up. Jen talks about how she's depressed and starts to cry in Whitney's arms. And this is when, by the way, basically from here on out, you don't see Jen anymore because she's like, I'm pregnant and sad, I can't. And even the camera crew's like, I cannot stay here.
It's too depressing.
Yeah, Jen says she's contemplating unaliving herself. Whitney tries to cheer up by bringing her sweet treats. She's like, do you want Fruit Loops? Because yeah, we also see that Jen ate a bowl of Fruity Pebbles. Like the only thing she's done is like basically create a hamster cage in her room and she's been eating Fruity Pebbles. And Zach, he's like, I don't even care. Like, yeah, she can sleep on the floor in there. I have a king size bed that I'm having sex with men in. I don't care. He's like, this is the cum pad now. Everyone but Jen goes to Scottsdale mom talk trip and they take a stripper bus. Oh, and let me tell you, it's crazy. All the girls tell Whitney to calm the down and stop spazzing out on the stripper pole because she looks like a fucking monster. And when they arrive to the villa, it's absolutely gorgeous. And of course, the fridge is stocked with Poppy soda and sweet treats. I love Poppy. I wonder if this episode's sponsored by Poppy. I wonder who gave money to the show. Swig break. We actually do have to do another Swig ad read. Sorry, they make us do this.
This is a Swig Patreon exclusive, actually.
Oh, is this the Swig Patreon exclusive?
Yeah, so if you sign up for our Patreon, you get to see the exclusive Swig ad.
Listen, you know, you have to kind of like do these ad reads from here and, here and there, but Whitney tells everyone that Jen is pregnant and they all shit on her. Band-Aid baby! Band-Aid babies don't heal anything. Like, duh, dude. That's so Mormon coded too. Yeah. I have a problem. Well, better have a baby. The girls get dressed for dinner and sip some dirty Poppy drinks. Probably coconut cream. Swig break. The back of my throat is like numb. It's just so much syrup.
Yeah. My teeth are coated.
And your asshole.
Oh, yeah.
With your...
It's going to slide right out.
I know for a fact when you fart, dude, it's going to be heinous. Yeah, like a vase that's been in a kiln. It's that kind of thing. It's like glazed over and shit. They do another truth box, which for some reason they do when they're just like, we don't have any conflict, so let's just have someone read a hurtful thing to someone. Jessie is self-proclaimed drama instigator, and she's a dumb because she just... Well, we can't say that because it'll get demonetized.
She's dumb.
Basically... Jessie pretty much the whole time is just starting drama for no reason. It just is so forced and cringe, man. And she's at 8. That's fine.
Should we take Jen off?
She's above the fucking beluga whale. Well, Jen's still in it. Yeah, we have Moby Dick, Jessie, Dama. My boyfriend died in a car crash. I cry over everything. Whore, cutout woman, perfect goddess, and lizardback. God, Miranda. You know what?
Yeah, let's fix that.
Even after just sitting there looking at it again for a while, I'm like, why did we ever move that one away, huh? My word, good for you. It looks so fitting too, having her next to Jesus up there.
At the left hand of
Yeah. Yeah, I do not agree with that. I feel like Layla should be worse, but...
Layla does nothing but look at the camera like this.
She called Jen a liar.
Yeah, and now Jen's been in a fucking room in a hamster cage eating Fruity Pebbles and like letting Zach get dicked down by guys. I think, to me, I'm like, power move. I like it. One of the questions is asking Jessie if Jordan had a small dick, and Jessie whips out a picture of his cock and shows it to the girls. She's like, see, I gave him a little rub and tug and it's 8 inches, chubbed up.
They're all
like,
grossed out.
Cool. Yeah, well, that's what they say. Ew. But they're also like, I'd love to ride that pogo stick.
8 inches. Oh my God. Right there. Amen. Amen.
Layla reads a letter of the rumor that Dama's husband cheated on her, which they played this throughout the season, and then it's dropped instantly. I don't know. It's from another show called Vanderpump's whatever.
No, that's
Jessie.
So this is a completely different thing.
This is a different... Oh, God, who cares? I don't know. Brett, the Father Time, is basically saying that he's cheating on Dama. They talk about how Dama wanted Jessie to be kicked off the show for more money, which I gotta say, that was like, what? Greedy little goddamn.
Well, that's why, yeah, Dama needs to be thrown in hell.
No. Gotta move Porky Pig up. See, now you got me second guessing Layla.
I hate Layla. I hated her. She had nothing to do last season, so now I feel like she has to, like, stir drama. No, you're... This... Okay, just because Layla goes down...
Shut up!
Miranda does not...
You wanted to. Get Taylor up there.
Well, Taylor, at least so far this season, I would say right around episode 5, she gets out of like the, I don't know about Dakota, because it's like, who fucking cares? Now she's taking control a bit. See, that's why Michaela's up there, and now Taylor's kind of even being like, I'm standing up for myself. Is she a sweet baby, beautiful princess like Miranda? I don't think so. I ain't afraid of no ghost. Whitney's pumping her milk also the entire time.
She's got her little fucking pump under her
Yeah, she has her pump under her shirt and she's just like, yeah. I bet you it's like half and half too. It's not even like milk. It's like fucking butter and cream and shit. With the amount of sugar they drink.
It's milk and soda.
It's whipped cream.
Yeah. Coconut cream.
It's coconut cream. The next day, Whitney confronts Macy for her pushing back about not going to the baby shower last season. And all the girls put their ears to the door because they're all just like, what's going on? This is crazy. Which Whitney and Macy cry together, which it's also just like Whitney is so delusional. I do like Macy.
I like Macy too.
Macy's not bad. She's also just like, this was my moment you made about yourself. And Whitney's like, what do you mean? The world revolves around me. I can't comprehend anything outside of myself. Which is also very Mormon coded because you get a planet when you die.
Oh, that's true.
Not bad. Well, not the broads, the boys.
Yeah, and you get 100 virgins.
Is that Mormons, really?
Question, could they be boys instead? Do I have to have girlies or can I get boys?
They never said virgin women. They just said
exactly.
virgins.
Loophole. Just like them vaping. When they come... Macy at 4 feels fair, no?
Yeah, that's good.
I like Macy after that scene.
I think you swap Layla and Jen, but that's just my opinion.
Jen has done nothing this season.
She's a sweetheart.
When they come back to the table, Michaela calls out Whitney and Whitney blows up. Michaela tells her, I don't think anyone wants to be friends with you. The fighting wakes up Taylor, who just goes back to sleep because she doesn't want to deal with it. Once again, great I moved her up there. If anything, I gotta say, the people that I'm gonna like the most are the people who are just not fucking with that kind of stuff. Yeah. All right, and Miranda, to be fair, not a lot of screen time.
But she's just trying to stay.
She's coasting by looks right now, which I don't blame her. She'll win that race. Hey, if we're going tortoise in the hair there, she's gonna be fine. Miranda realizes that maybe mom talk is pretty toxic. Which also, once again, makes me want to move her back up. She's just like, actually, this fucking sucks. I hate drinking swig. I just want to have like a fucking vodka cranberry. We cut to Zach putting deodorant on their daughter, and Zach starts talking about how Jen is having a mental health crisis. You sit back and realize what really matters. That's what he says. Zach is wearing a Disney shirt that makes me want to gouge my eyes out, and Jen is thinking about stepping down from mom talk and focusing on the baby. A note pops up and it's really funny. She's just like, yeah, I think that I should probably just think about my baby instead of dancing and twerking for fake female empowerment. And then it cuts to black and it says, the production has decided to stop filming Jen out of respect. AKA, they're like, I cannot watch her curl up in a ball and eat Fruity Pebbles and watch like fucking Bluey all day. I just can't do it. We can't do it. We're wasting millions of dollars. We cut to the pickleball game that Macy is throwing, and they drink some yummy mocktails, aka it's just, once again, it's like Sprite. They're like, it's cactus water. It's like, it's Sprite. In an attempt to get the heat off her back, Whitney starts to poke and pry at Dama and Jess's drama. And Dama thinks she's the fan favorite from last season, and Taylor calls Dama out, and she wouldn't be on the show without her. Which is true. Taylor's the head dog.
She started mom talk.
Taylor tells her that she's the only one being open and honest. Dama wants to end the conversation, so they toast and they drink their stiff stick Sprite mocktails. Then they talk about Dama's fertility issues and how Brett is shooting blanks. That's strange. The 73-year-old guy can't shoot fertile seeds. That's crazy. Even though they're like, yeah, we've been using science, but mostly energy healing to get a sperm count up. And I'm like, that's a great fucking use of money. God. Dama starts crying about her bare womb and then afterwards worries that she ruined her makeup. She's basically just like, yeah, I think my oven's all screwy-dooey. Did I fuck up my mascara? Do I look like a dainty princess still, ladies? Cut to the girls drinking and having a twerk off on the bus, which I will say, oh, let me tell you, old Lizardback did. Let me tell you, she's got some stuff to throw around. Oh, yeah. I'll tell you that right now. I was like, okay, hold on a second. Oof. Damn. Whitney tries doing it and you're just like, God damn. It's like watching a 15-year-old Labrador try to get up. Again, when they have bad hips.
Up on the couch.
Yeah, or even just getting up from the ground. She's like, that's what it would look like. Michaela wins and can't shut up about winning the twerk off, which, you know what, you go, girl. She's got all kinds of stuff there, I'm telling you.
She earned it.
I think she'd be sexier if she just let the flare-up stay.
Oh, yeah. The skin condition.
Little sexy zebra, dude. Get them racing stripes in there. I like that. Why not?
Little zebra cake princess.
Exactly. She's sitting there just like making a clap.
Wait, do you think that irritated her skin with her butt
Oh,
cheeks?
hell yeah. Her asshole and her pussy lips like slapping together like that probably caused a flare-up, I'd imagine. She gets home, she's like, can you put cream on it? And the husband's like, what did I tell you to just... Yeah, could you just use Gold Bond? She's like, I can't keep using Gold Bond. It keeps clumping up in my folds. He's like... The girls go into the hot tub and skinny dip, but really it just means 3 of them wear panties and run into a pool, a heated pool with their bras off, and they all have fake tits. Which I gotta tell you, these girls are fucking wild. This is insane. Seriously. And the episode ends with a message about mental health hotline. It's so funny. It's so good. To where they're just like, yeah, if you're bummed out and being a loser like Jen, maybe call this number and complain to them instead of your buddies. Swig break. Oh, God.
I don't want to anymore.
Swig break, Jacob.
Jacob.
There it is. Get Jacob hitting the swig.
Come get over here into the light. I said get into the light. Swig, 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 swig.
The top of this is...
Oh,
Let me see.
We've been drinking that.
That's all in my tummy.
I mean, look at the inside of this cup, actually.
Oh, yeah. That's oily. Like oily curry.
Episode 7, The Book of Gratitude.
Swig break.
Every time, no matter what time of day, it's a fucking weekday.
I have curiosity. What were they wondering?
Oh, they already had an online order placed like a while ago. They're just picking up, but we're not able to provide any more orders right now.
They pre-ordered swig?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I was just curious. No, it's all good.
This is ridiculous. So actually, I need my order.
Okay, the service could be down for like another 2 hours. I'll wait.
Yeah, no, actually, I'll wait.
Patience is a virtue.
Yeah, that's what God taught us.
The episode starts with everyone making TikToks. Okay, Mom Talk's back in action. This is the last day in Scottsdale. There's been tension and drama, but not enough tension for a group TikTok. Whitney asks if after the trip, if she can officially be back in TikTok, and everyone like basically cuts her throat open and throws her on the floor like a pig. And she's like, okay, and like walks off. It's so good. They had to take a vote and it failed horribly. And even Miranda's like, God, sure glad I didn't do that. Which the trip ends and Jesse and Dama wrap Christmas presents while they talk about Dama's fertility issues. Jess asked Dama if they use a sperm donor, which Dama said, hell no, but she's cool with Layla sleeping with Brett so they can have a baby. Makes sense. Taylor goes to Dakota's house and Evertrue pisses and shits his pants and they like don't do anything about it.
Yeah, they just like, what do we do?
It's just, she's just like, yeah, I'm not sure what I'm supposed to do with that. And then Dakota's like, oh, okay, great. Look at you, little creature. Yum. And it's just like shit caked all over its back. I mean, it's like a visible mark and they're like, it's soaking. And they're just like, okay. Which the producer asked Dakota if Taylor and him are still sleeping together. And he puts on a big shitting grin and he's like, yeah, you know, it's awesome. But it certainly is making things weird. Which cut to Layla and Dama getting their hair did. And Layla reveals that her and her boyfriend broke up and she doesn't know if she's going to make it to Friendsgiving because Cam broke up with her. Which Cam also was super Mormon. And he's like, I want to go to the temple, which if you have to be basically invited to go into a Mormon temple. So he probably sees her with like her tits flowing out all the time and, you know, her twerking and shoving shit up her pussy and asshole and all this other kind of stuff. So he's probably like, yeah, this probably isn't a great fit, is what I would assume. They keep saying that Mom Talk's purpose is to lift each other up. And it's the biggest lie ever. It's to lift each other up and about womanhood. How? How? Fucking how? Explain it to me, please. Michaela and Macy are in a car going through a car wash and they're strapped a GoPro to Michaela's child and they're basically just like, yeah, do you want to go through the car wash? And the kid's like, I could not give a fuck. And they're like, I'm so scared. It's such a painful thing. Like she doesn't know to put it in neutral.
It's like the first time she's ever been through a car wash.
She's like, I can't believe it. Dama confronts Brett about the anonymous tip of Brett cheating on her. Yeah, Brett's like, I hate that. I hate when those rumors happen, they spread. I hate that so much.
He never says no.
Yeah, he's just like, what? Who said that?
It's, I mean, it's an anonymous, you know, tip. Those kind of things piss me off.
But Dama tells that the truth will always be revealed. And then Brett's like, Crimson Chin over there is really kind of like,
yeah.
looking like Billy Bassmouth, whatever, like looking around his big ass fucking mouth. Apparently, also, everyone is on ketamine because Dama and Brett also do Special K.
I think ketamine helped me a lot with that.
Yeah.
And I think that's just a Mormon loophole, which I don't know if there's Mormons in the chat. Is ketamine just cool? You can't drink coffee, but you can inject ketamine through an IV drip. Makes no sense. But the cameras went down, but the audio kept rolling and Brett and Dama talk. And let me tell you, he's just like, I'm super mad about that, Dama. And she's like, I don't know what I'm supposed to tell you, babe. Can I kiss you? And he's like, yeah, probably later, because I'm not in the mood. And then, of course, you get a... Whitney suggests a Mormon bake-off contest so everyone starts prepping. Michaela and Macy meet up with a sourdough chef who definitely hard this guy is awesome. You can tell that guy's just they call him like Duracell or some shit, or Energizer. He's like that little bunny. That motherfucker does not stop. And the two of them make sourdough bread together. Everyone for some reason is just like, oh my God, a bake off? I gotta do sour bread. I gotta do sourdough. Connor and Whitney make sourdough bread with the choose the right on it, which if you've ever seen, it looked almost like it sounds like a Nazi insignia, doesn't it? Yeah. Choose the right. Yeah, and Connor's like, yeah, let's put that on there. And Whitney's like, yeah, I think the other girls are stealing my ideas. It's like so petty over sourdough. They just find any little moment to just be like, you should just like jab at them. Yeah, I hope she doesn't use my recipe. And then Connor's like, I gotta get my hair done. Can we finish this later? I gotta get my hair done. But Zach comes over to update Whitney about Jen's pregnancy. And he definitely didn't come over to hang out with Connor and lift weights. Hey, so after we are done lifting for 2 or 3 hours, we should talk about Jen because she's sad. She's super pregnant because I give it to her good every day. Also, by the way, don't forget me and Connor are going on that 4-month-long hike up through the Santa Fe trails. Because that's going to be a fun and manly thing to do. We're going to fish and we're going to arm wrestle and learn how to make rings. But Zach starts talking about how Jen is also a big fucking crybaby. It's kind of funny. He's like, yeah, she's like depressed, whatever that means. I don't know. She's sad about something.
Come on, Connor, let's go.
Yeah, Connor could just, here, give fucking your fat pig wife that cosmic brownie and we can leave, please. Which Layla goes to Swig to meet up with her boyfriend, Cam. And Layla starts crying about how everyone eventually leaves her. She's like, I'm so boring and everyone leaves me in time. It's like, no shit, dude. You're a fucking big wet blanket. You're boring. No wonder. Like, I would rather be around someone that's like mute. I would have more of a conversation with a mute person. She tells Cam that she's like, I love you. And he's like, okay. And they kiss. It's not really.
And I guess at this time he gave her an orgasm?
Oh, really?
Yeah, apparently.
But then, anyways, my favorite shot of the entire series comes up because we cut to Dakota shooting hoops with his buddy Gavin, and that motherfucker bricks every shot. He does not make a single shot, and his boy Gavin's like, yo, you should like totally leave that girl. He's like, I know. Such a weird predicament to be in. And he just like shoots the ball. He's like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. You should probably do something weird. He's like, yeah, I need to like worry about myself, right? I need to like see who I am. Or something. Gavin gives him some hard truths and Dakota needs to focus on himself. And Dakota decides that it's time to stop having sex with Taylor, which I'm sure that was a real hard one to... He's like, all right, you know what? I'm done. And Gavin's like, I don't think you really have to do that. He's like, nope, I'm cold turkey. No more women. I need to just focus on us guys. Why are you looking at me like that? And then we cut to the Mormon bake-off, and the show is, you cannot put an emphasis on enough that the show is nothing but just sugary drinks, baked goods, and charcuterie boards. That's the entire, it's just Mormon women existing to go to each other's houses and eat cheese, cupcakes, and drink Pepsi. That's about it. Michaela brings a cake with AI Jesus on it. It's unbelievable. Whitney and Michaela both had CTR on their sourdough, and Michaela is upset about that. Whitney does a cringe British accent. It's fucking terrible.
In this competition, our baked goods will be presented to this panel of esteemed husbands and boyfriends.
Like, give up on everything. They start judging, and the judges are all the husbands, but they start going through and tasting all the baked goods, basically. And Taylor cheats, and it's really funny because they try hers, and they're like, oh my God, this is really great. Holy shit, this is awesome. She's like, oh, I'm glad you like it. And it cuts to her, like a flashback to her in the parking lot, and she just took something from the store and put it in a pan.
Number one.
Keeps it real.
It's just too good.
Yeah.
It's too good.
She said also her line was, it took me a really long time to get the pan.
I spent, the time going to get it and putting it in the pans.
Good for you. I like that. Dama made a cake with penises on it, and Connor says it's his turn. He's like, let me try that one first. I love this one. I love it. Which also, it's supposed to be a Mormon bake-off, and they're just like, wouldn't it be crazy if we put penises on it? And then Father Time's like, yeah, that'd be a hoot. Where would you get those? Like, I don't know. And he like gives her puts in the address already. We could try this place. They might have them. I don't know. But of course, Connor would go first because, he got a little too excited, in my opinion, for the penis cake.
The penises did not bother me. Forgot they were even there.
I judge that one real high. Most of the husbands look like they don't want to be there, obviously. They'd rather be in some place in some underground nightclub in Salt Lake City again. But Whitney gets third, Michaela gets second, and Dama's cock cake gets first place. That's a shocker. Right? That all the husbands gave the cock cake the first? Okay. After the competition, the girls sit down and do some couples therapy with Dama and Brett, trying to get to the bottom of Brett cheating. Then they put Taylor in the hot seat and grill her. She starts crying. And we get to see Macy's husband or boyfriend or whatever the fuck it is for the first time. And he's like a lichen. He's like an Oblivion character. It looks weird. I'm like, I really don't know. I'm like, wait, what? Really? Because Macy's pretty. She's like a very beautiful woman. So when I saw that, I was like, God damn, dude. Motherfucker better have like a USB stick with a bunch of Bitcoin on it or something. I don't know what the fuck she's doing. Layla's sister's boyfriend was a ghoul too. There's a couple ghouls this season. There's a couple ghouls in the fucking Utah mountains. Let me tell you that. Connor opens up about Tinder scandal and starts crying. He's like, I can't believe that people found out about that and that alone. And that was crazy. The camera cuts to Brett's hand on Connor's back as he's breaking down crying. It's really funny. It's so good. Like, you cannot deny the gay allegations. It's so good. Also, Connor has 9 or 10 different haircuts this season.
The editors were cooking.
The editors knew exactly what to piece together. They don't have to spell it out for you. They're just like, it's there. But after his speech, he quickly kisses Whitney. Okay. I love you. Yeah, she's like, read. But the party ends with the group taking a big old picture together. Woo! Episode 8, The Book of Betrayal. The episode starts and our Queen Taylor is at the CMA Awards, and it's like the cringiest thing. She's like up on stage and she's just like, and he's like, hey, sweetheart, what about the secret lives of country wives? And she's like, that's a great idea. And you see Jelly Roll and all the other down there looking at each other. But Taylor made everyone look bad on TikTok by posting videos of the CMAs, and none of the girls congratulated her on her post. So she felt petty, and she's like, why aren't these bitches doing it? Which I gotta say, it is petty, but at the same time, those motherfuckers were jealous.
Yeah.
Every single one of those little fucking pig-hoofed bitches were jealous, 100%. And they're like, I was doing something. I'm like, oh, really? You're all public figures and you can't comment on the post being like, that's cool. Am I wrong? I mean, to me, I'm like,
well, they do it all the time. That's the thing.
You comment on every other post
Exactly.
except that one? Come on, bro. My girl Taylor's in a league of her own. All right? Even old lizardback can't crawl herself out in the sun for that one, I'm telling you. But this stirs up some drama as fans start posting on other girl accounts, calling them all basically horrible friends. It's pretty funny. TikTok commenters really getting under their skin. So of course the girls start talking shit on Taylor. While this is going on, they're drinking yummy hot chocolate and it tastes like dirt because she's like, or she basically makes her a protein shake and she's like, wait, ew, this is like dirt. She's like, it's a protein shake. Okay, so this isn't hot chocolate? Whatever. Cut to Taylor's house and her parents show up, and every time her mom appears, it's like a character in Beetlejuice or something. It's like a Tim Burton character or something. You know what I mean? You know, his head's all stretched. He like stretches his head and like pulls it. I mean, that's what it feels like. Horrible. I don't know who did that. Get a refund though. God damn. They talk about how horrible Dama is by reading her post, and Macy and Michaela pick up Taylor to talk about the CMA Awards. They go to swig break. They go to swig again. Jacob, I don't see you picking up your swig.
Come on, I finished mine hours ago.
Yeah.
Making sure. I'm clocking them.
I'm doing it.
They go to Swig to get some quesadillas and dirty sodas.
Well, I need to get a quesadilla.
Can you imagine that? A grilled tortilla with tons of cheese, a Mountain Dew with coconut cream.
The only place. That
God,
has to be
dude.
the only place.
Listen, I'm telling you, you can put as much makeup on as you want. Those girls have not had a solid bowel movement in their entire fucking life. I'm telling you, their assholes are probably gaping open and it's just like pouring like you know in like fantasy movies when it's like a witch has like a cauldron, like a trough of like soup and they pour it into a bowl. That's what it's like. That kind of deal. Or they're like, yeah, this is weird. It's like, why is it so like, it's hard, it has hard pieces. It's like that you had pieces of solid stool in there. Like usually it's just like, it looks like chocolate milk. Mm-hmm. Sorry. They talk about bullshit about supporting each other in real life and online. It's all just fake, stupid shit. Who cares? Macy goes to San Diego fertility clinic with her husband. He cries after they squirt the embryo into her pussy. She's like, I'm pregnant. He starts crying and she's like, oh, thinking it's sweet that, you know, he's happy about that. And I'm like, that motherfucker knows that he's like, I'm locked up now. I'm locked up tight. Taylor and Layla go to New York for a commercial, and Taylor tried to make an apology text, but Dema she's not having it. During the text readings, they kept playing a lion's roar. Made no sense in the edit, not sure why they did that. Dema says an atomic bomb is coming.
Demi says an atomic bomb is coming for me.
It'd be so funny if they nuked Utah. Like Salt Lake City. If Utah and like the Mormon religion ends up being like a fallout regime, you go there and like there's like ghouls and stuff walking around, that'd be sick. Layla's drinking a Red Bull, which what the f, I thought you can't have caffeine. That's like, what rules are we following and not following? Whatever. After the show, they fly back on a private plane because God forbid you fly commercial. Can't do that. Gross. This episode is about Demi and Taylor talking shit on each other. In almost every episode, Whitney is pumping her tits in front of everyone, and it's just once again, ugh.
I'm trying to make it about her.
Trying to make it about herself. She's like, hey, don't forget about me. It's like, whatever. Horrible. But you definitely see the show is definitely being like, pick a side, Taylor or Demi. Those are the two main characters now. Miranda's gone. I'm almost expecting she's dead. I don't know where she's at. Cut to the Sinners and Saint party with everyone dressed as an angel and a demon. And Taylor brings Dakota to the party and he's there to defend Taylor from the other girls. He's like, they better not say anything about her. I'll get in there and this is gonna be a cat fight. Where's the Connor? Connor? I don't know. He said he was waiting for you in the coat room. That, okay, yeah, I'll take care of the coats. I'll be right back. They come back just sweaty, clothes all ripped up and stuff. Taylor also brought the biggest wings. She's peacock, and she's really just trying to show the ladies, listen, who's the angel here? Hey, who's really Mama Bird, all right? Right as she arrives, she calls out the girls for not supporting her on TikTok. The girls back to hash it out in the back room, and Taylor calls the girls out for calling her dumb as a brick in a group chat that Layla showed, and Layla the entire time is looking forward like, it's really stupid. But at the back of this corporate event that's supposed to be like Macy and Jess's corporate event, they're just in the back arguing like a bunch of fucking toddlers. Thank God I'm supporting this business. This is good. Taylor reveals that Demi hates going to Jesse's salon because she thinks that she sucks at doing hair. OMG. So Demi starts to smear Taylor and her arrest last year.
About her arrest.
Yeah. And Whitney gets up because she has to go pump and drink soda and eat a cupcake because she's like, wow, this isn't about me. I'm bored. Jesus.
Uh-oh. Phone's broke.
Episode 9! The Book of Reckoning. We're almost done.
Big break.
Can I do 4 of those in your largest cup?
Here comes the 1, 2, the 3, the 4.
Who's my favorite artist? Probably Jelly Rollin' Bucci, or whatever the fuck his name is. I like Post Malone, the only one he got in the country.
You got a lot of nerves, don't you, baby?
Dude, if Posty was here, he would definitely get what we just got.
Mountain Dew Beach Babe.
Oh my, good lord.
These better be fucking empty.
I am not.
Mine.
You absolutely
you are.
Dude, your left foot better be swelled the fuck up by the time you get home.
Cheers, girls.
Macy goes to Jesse's place and gives her cookies because she knows that she has a sweet tooth, which that made me almost fucking driving my fist through my TV. You're a sweet tooth. It's like you guys have done nothing but drink soda and eat candy and eat cheese this entire fucking time, dude. God. Jesse basically finds out that she might have a thyroid cancer from a message where someone's just like, hey, queen, you look like you have a thyroid cancer. And she's like, oh my God, I never thought about that. And you're like, wow, I'm glad that you, I guess looking at your Instagram messages or you'd be fucking dead. The girls go on another trip without Taylor. Oh my God. And this time, the girls go to NOLA. New Orleans, baby. Can you imagine being a Mormon and going down to the French Quarters? The only thing to do there would be to get a fucking beignet, eat a funnel cake. That's all you could do. Do you think the Mormons like jambalaya? Please, dude. But the girls arrive to the New Orleans house, and of course, there are cupcakes and brownies there. You gotta have that. And Jen sends a video to the group chat talking about her pregnancy and how she loves them. After the video, the girls go into a round table shitting on Jen, especially Demi, and Layla starts talking, and in the background, Whitney picks some cat hair and pubic hair off of Layla's shoulder. It's very odd. I don't know. It's like chimp mode. She's like, where it's like, fucking leave her alone, dude. God. The girls go to a burlesque show, and it keeps cutting to the dancers on stage, and the girls are like screaming. God, dude. I don't know what it is about girls, but when they're like excited, whose is that?
It's me.
Fucking put it somewhere else, please. Why does it keep dropping? Where are you putting it? Just put it over there. Do you need your phone right now?
I'm just following along. I'll hold it.
What if it's like fucking up the flow? After the show, basically Layla smokes a joint that comes out of one of the strippers' pussies, which I just don't. What are the rules? I don't understand the rules. And after the show, the girls sit down and talk about Taylor. They all go upstairs and scream after seeing Whitney with her fucking stupid ghoul mask on. I don't know. They're like, "You scared me." The next day, Layla pulls out a bunch of pregnancy tests and do a pregnancy roulette. And Demi freaks out and says, "What if someone's pregnant? It's not me." Which I was like, God, get over it, you selfish bitch. Good Lord. Which this, once again, feels like something that the producers did where they're just like, so definitely one of the girls hasn't told someone that they're pregnant, so we should just like force them to say it. Thanks, that's fun. Demi starts crying after 2 tests turn out to be positive because she knows that her fucking easy bake oven of a womb definitely could not bear a child. And she gets emotional and walks off. Is that rude? Whatever. Maisie tells Michaela that she's pregnant. Oh my God. Macy! Michaela didn't piece it together, even though she's like, how could I not know that my friend has had these shots and stuff? It's like, if you look at her arms throughout the season, she has all of these giant circle shot marks. And you can just tell how self-obsessed everyone is. And the girls go out for beignets, which, called that shit at the beginning. I knew that they were going to show them eating beignets, 100%. Which also, if you haven't had it, it's a funnel cake. It's really not that big of a deal. It's funnel cake with powdered sugar. You wait in line all day for it. And also it's humid as fuck. It's like, imagine going to New Orleans. It's 98 degrees, 85% humidity. You're like, can I please sit and eat deep fried bread with sugar on it? And then, yeah, then I'll drink 4 hurricanes and die. Jesse and Demi talk about how Jesse realizes that Demi is the cancer of the group. Even Jesse, her supposed best friend, is just like, I think Demi's a big old bitch. The women do a Mormon chant at lunch. It's really creepy. And we find out that most of the girls aren't even Mormon. They're just Christians. So it's like, why it's God? Why even go through all these stupid rules?
They were born Mormon.
Fuck them. Cuts to the girls in all black and they walk in slow-mo and they're even like looking at the camera and they're like walking in the French Quarters. God, it's horrible. They go to the virgin blood place. Remember where we drank the blood bags? They didn't know how to open it, or they took a sip and they didn't like it, so they ended up ordering Sprite and like Pepsi instead. It's pretty good. But yeah, they got rid of those immediately. And Demi says that she will leave Mom Talk if Taylor is in Mom Talk. Uh-oh. And this just feels like a rehash of the first season with Whitney doing the same shit. Michaela butts in and says that what if she did that about Whitney, right? She's like, what about me? Which, once again, like I said, it's all just the same beats of Whitney saying the exact same thing. She gets kicked out. She's the villain. So it's looking right now that like Demi's fate is going to be the worst out of all of them. While this was going on in New Orleans, Taylor's in Utah talking with her mom and sister while doing a puzzle. And she's talking about ending things with Dakota for good.
We've heard that all season.
I've heard that, and you've just been getting down. Like, I mean, like a Cinnabon factory is all your fucking pussy is right now, dude.
Jesus.
What?
Do you think she forces him?
Oh, yeah.
Oh my God. Are you? Yes. She can fucking leg wrestle him to the ground and she does whatever she wants with him. He's like, Taylor, please, Taylor. That kind of thing. Last episode, episode 10, the Book of Salvation.
Does anything change after? Is that just?
No.
Okay.
It might change. Like I said, we'll do a final one after the last episode and we'll see. Last episode, the Book of Salvation. The episode starts with Layla showing up to Taylor's house to talk. She brings a beignet mix as a gift.
Because she didn't go to New Orleans.
Because she didn't go to NOLA. You gotta try these, they're so good. Taylor's mom, Leanne, shows up and Layla forces a compliment on how Taylor's mom, looks so pretty. Which it's like, yeah, she's like, oh my God, you look great. And she's like, thanks. Looks like a fucking Bloodborne boss. Thank you so much, little princess. I feel, how young do I look? Be honest. And cockroaches like crawling out of her eye and stuff. But the last episode is pretty much all about Demi's Christmas party. Taylor's not invited, but Taylor's mom shows up to it with a Christmas gift from Taylor. And she and Demi talk about Taylor, and Leanne and Demi start having like basically like a little fight. And Leanne's like, yeah, you're just trying to take over as leader, even though my little cupcake is the queen bee. Whatever. And Demi calls basically Taylor. She's like, we should just worry about being a mom. And it's just this weird thing. And all the other girls like, you should never talk to your elders like that. Which I was like, who gives a shit? You're all grown adults. Jacob, if your mom came up to me and started talking to me that way, I'd be like, why don't you step the fuck away from me, old bitch? Is what I would say. And vice versa. If my mom did that too, I'd be like, what are you doing, you old kook? You old fucking bag. I'd be like, what are you talking about? It'd be different if it's like a 9-year-old being like, you're a bitch. But like, come on, what are you doing? You can't say that. This like weird fucking Italian American thing where it's like, you can't talk about my mom like that.
My mama.
It's like, shut the fuck up, dude. God. But Santa crashes the party just in the nick of time, saves the day. Old Saint Nick shows up, and I seriously believe they thought that was the real one. And everyone goes outside to take a picture of the fake snow that's playing, and Leanne gets kicked out of the party. Demae opens Taylor's gift, and uh-oh, it's Jesse's hair product. She's throwing a little shade because she's like, yeah, Jesse. Demae says Jesse doesn't know how to do hair. It's a little catty bitch gift. And guess what? That's what makes her queen, all right?
She's the queen bee.
Miranda says she's not sure if she wants to be a part of Mom Talk, so toxic, but then she says, well, maybe it'll be great. She's basically just like, you know, I don't really know if I want to be here, but goddamn, I bet the money's gonna be good, so I'll stay. You gotta respect the honesty. She's the first to leave the party too. She's like, hey, bye. I love it. I love her.
Also, going back to the snow, I think the boyfriends were 100% more excited about the fake snow than the girls.
Oh my God. Not only were the boys more excited about it, but Connor's outfit. And the Christmas party is unbelievable.
It is insane.
You know, too, that they're just like, hey, we're going to go smoke some stogies and just hang out. You guys do your thing. And they did like Secret Santa down there. And they're like, here you go. And he gives him like a fucking like sapphire necklace. He's like, oh my God. That kind of shit. That's what was happening off on the side. Also, real quick. I liked her honesty. I liked it. Lizardback is kind of falling back a bit. She's getting a little one note, a little boring, whatever. The girls have a meeting about Mom Talk, right? This is the big discussion. Dakota heads to Leanne's house to talk, and Dakota is holding Ever True, and the kid can't hold still. He has Asperger's, 100%. He's like putting his hand in his face and stuff like that. I'm like, why is it that every baby nowadays has autism? It's like, it's unbelievable. Every kid's just like, but if you lift up his shirt, his chest would just be like the lid of a Tupperware container or some shit. It's just like the microplastics. I don't know. Also, probably all the...
Oh yeah.
Swig in the placenta.
This is like thick, like oatmeal now. Macy and Jesse meet up at her salon to talk about the Christmas party. Side note, owning a salon in Utah is a cheat code because you can just be, you definitely own it because it's just like, yeah, I'll be back tomorrow to get my highlights. That kind of thing. You're so pretty, Jesse. She's like, thanks. That kind of thing. But everyone is starting to, the tides are shifting. Everyone's turning on Demae, definitely. And everyone meets at Jess's house, and the tensions are high when Taylor shows up. Uh-oh. The group discusses the business of Mom Talk, which is so funny to me because they're like, we should discuss the business of Mom Talk. You guys twerk and steal trends on TikTok, and you use it to peddle your lifestyle to ugly women in Utah. That's what you do. You're not uplifting women. You're profiting off of other people's sadness. Thanks for that. Good for you. But they do vote to see if Miranda and Whitney should be in the group. Whitney is holding her baby on the couch, which is silently, that's just there. It looks like, I mean, the exact doll in American Sniper when Bradley Cooper holds that fake baby. There's no way that baby is real. Her baby she's holding there is a prosthetic baby.
She's like rocking back and forth.
And also, yeah, she's like all nervous and shit. And she's just like, he was like fucking moving. It's like, calm down, dude. God damn, you can still twerk on your own time. Michaela will not let up on Whitney, and I love it. And everyone is shooting strays at Whitney throughout this just because they're just, I mean, it's so funny. And she's just taking it too. She's like holding, she's just sitting there like, holding this fucking like either dead child or plastic little doll. And Taylor says she doesn't want Demi in Mom Talk because Demae would leave if Taylor's in Mom Talk. And let me tell you, she stands on business, all right? Taylor and Demae argue. Taylor says that Demae is a horrible person for trying to be mean to Whitney, Jen, and Jesse. It keeps cutting to Layla doing awkward fish faces. She's has no emotion. She's soulless. I don't know why she's here. She must be a producer's daughter. Taylor calls Demae a selfish bitch. Demae calls Taylor disgusting. Demae starts fake crying because no one's defending her, and she immediately switches up. She's like crying for one moment, no one's defending her, and then she like immediately like lets down, and it's like there's no tears or anything. It's really funny. And basically, Demae leaves Mom Talk.
Not Demae.
And of course, they have to end the night with talking about how Mom Talk is empowering to women. Sisterhood, womanhood, everything. It's empowering to women. How? Because you're filling our pockets because you're desperate to be a part of our group. You're not as attractive as them. They know that. They're preying off you. They're preying off your religion. They're preying off your values. They don't have any values of their own. If you believe in this, you're fucking stupid. Open your eyes. Follow literally anybody else, a stamp collector on TikTok. That would be more beneficial than following these completely delusional, echo-brained pieces of shit that want to take all of your values, wrap it up in a bow, and sell it to you time and time again while they twerk and they dance and they don't do a fucking thing. Macy starts crying over her dead boyfriend as they go to the crash site because her boyfriend died. I think they're just trying to push the book meme. I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it sucks, but also like, goddamn, dude, what, 15 years ago? Get over it. I mean, I'm sorry. I mean, it sucks, but also it's like, what the fuck are we doing? She also never visited the site for the 10 years that he's been dead. And yeah, it's funny. She said she was a wreck. That's funny.
I was just a wreck.
I thought that was a little tip of the cap.
Yeah.
Which I was thinking the entire time because it's a very busy highway. If while this was happening, they're like sitting there, she's crying, she's like, oh my God. If you just heard like, and the diesel guy being like, get out of the way! And it rolls over it. Oh yeah, so then also just I thought this was funny is Whitney has like flowers on a note that she leaves them, but she just uses a piece of broken asphalt to put on top of the envelope so it won't fly away. Thank God that ghost is gonna read that note. Layla invites the guy from Italy from the Vanderpump show that supposedly cheated with Demi. Marciano, yes, with Demi. With Demi, because then when he goes there, he's like, oh yeah, I tried to hook up because she's hot, but no, I ended up fucking Jesse and I've been fucking Jesse. And then Layla's like, oh my God. And that's how it ends, is the cliffhanger of, did Jesse really fuck this Italian dude or not? Who knows? Who cares? Let's go to the final rankings. Let's look here. Taylor, obvious queen bee. Yes. Can we make an actual conceded decision that Miranda should still be at 2 over Michaela, over Lizardback?
I liked Miranda.
I did too. You know what? I'm going to keep Miranda at 2. I think I'm going to make a controversial call here. I'm making a controversial call.
Oh my God.
Why would she be 2?
Macy is level-headed. The car wreck thing did get me a little bit at the end there. But I will say this, out of all of it, she is like the least problematic. And at least she's doing something. She has something to the show. They show her a lot in the show. I think Miranda being at 4 is fair for having almost no screen time.
I never
compared
heard her
to everybody.
speak.
Perfect. She's beautiful. She shows up. She introduces a little spice. I liked her. As a personality, also, Miranda keeps in check where she's just like, this group is actually horrible, but I'm going to get my paycheck. So that's why I'm like, 4 is fine. I think 4 is fair. Let's keep moving on.
Does Jesse stay at 8?
I don't know. See, this is where this is another controversial call here.
Put her above.
Hold on.
I agree.
Oh, what?
Jessie at 5 because she totally gives up on Demain at the end of the show. And also she has a little bit of deal where she's just like, she might have been fucking around with an Italian guy. That's kind of...
And she's a small business owner.
And she's a small business owner who basically profits off fat, ugly women in Utah. Kind of funny. Then we have Layla at 6. She had a nice redemption at the end because she stirred the pot up at the end at least. Jen was trying to kill herself eating Fruity Pebbles. I think that's funny. Whitney's absolutely dog shit. She's like probably the fakest, biggest piece of... You know what?
I was gonna say, yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
You know what? You gotta have a villain. You gotta have a villain in Demain, which that's fine. I just hate, she's just too much of an instigator. Don't like it. But Whitney, I don't think that there's been a person on reality television I think I've hated more. I'll say it. She was like fence riding in the worst way where it's like, it's still trying to be super advantageous to herself. I don't know. At least Demain, it's like, you're an annoying bitch, but at least, you know, you went for it and you failed. But am I gonna put you dead last? That feels unfair. Am I gonna put you under the person trying to kill herself and eat Fruity Pebbles? You're gonna have to be under her. All right, that's too good to pass up. All because she's pregnant and she's married to Tiny Face Zach. Would you at least come in here and cuddle with me? He's like, God, I'm busy. I'm watching The Matrix. I will later. The second season. Did you guys like the first season or the second season more?
I've only seen the second.
Oh yeah, I forgot that you tapped out after. So you must like this one more. Or were you forced to watch this?
I mean, the fake drama was pissing me off, so somewhat entertaining.
There needs to be, the only thing that's going to bring it back for season 3 is if there's a gay scandal. If somebody openly comes out.
We need 2 of the husbands to come together.
We need 2 of the husbands to come together and like release a sex tape on social media, like an OnlyFans thing. That needs to be talked about in the show, and they need to like try to resolve it, and it's going to be really funny. Try to have them be like, yeah, I don't know why I did it. I'm just confused, I guess. That kind of thing. But right now, the men in the show are, I hate to say worthless, but they have no value outside of their wives. Like, it's just like sad. There's a difference between like a trad wife and a guy who's just like, yeah, I'll make cookies and you can twerk and make your money. I'm just gonna sit here. You do nothing. It'd be different if it's I'm a stay-at-home dad, but you never see them ever with their children. So it makes me think that all the guys are sitting in a room just looking at a wall until like their wives just come in and snap at them like, hey, come on, we're going to Sprouts and we're getting donuts. And they're like, okay. I don't know why it feels so much more sad, but it does. That's the second season. We've been talking about this for 2 hours. It did not feel that long. Did it feel that long for you guys?
I feel like we can talk about it for 2 more hours.
All right, let's talk about season 1 again. No. That's all I have for you today. Don't watch this show because I already did it for you. We'll see you next time. Bye-bye. Also a Swig ad read. I'm kidding.
Thank you to Swig for sponsoring this video. Swig on it till you coconut cream.